Welcome back. So we're going to finish up our twinkles today. When we last talked about rhythm, we talked about eighth notes in which we can fit 2 eighth notes in one beat or 1 quarter note. So when we looked at it, we had groups of 2 eighth notes equaling 1 quarter note. There is another rhythm called a triplet that creates a situation where the 3 eighth notes can be kind of smushed together into one beat. So they're a little faster than regular eighth notes, than duple eighth notes, but not quite as fast as 16th notes. You might remember that those 16th notes were 4 in a beat. So a triplet is marked with a 3 and a grouping sign so that you understand that those 3 eighth notes are meant to be one beat and not representing 1.5 beats. So again, this rhythm is called a triplet, and it also equals 1 quarter note. So we're going to take our twinkle notes and we're going to play 2 triplets on each note, like this. If it helps, you can use the words tra-la-la, tra-la-la to help you keep track of your rhythm. So now, play it with me, just the beginning. Ready, go! How did you do? Go ahead and hit pause and do that much a few times so you really get the feel of the rhythm, and then apply that rhythm to the entire twinkle. Welcome back. So now we have played twinkle several ways, like this. And the reverse. And 2 sets of 16th notes. And of course the theme. And now with triplets. All of them use small bows in the middle of your bow, giving you the best chance to control your bow. And of course, we're also keeping the bow in the middle between the fingerboard and the bridge in an imaginary road connecting those 2 F-holes. And we're always building strength in our pinky and contact between our thumb and the bow with a relaxed elbow pointing down. And a tall violin balanced on our shoulder, and tall fingers dropping down all the way until they have contact with the fingerboard. So this all together we can affectionately call the twinkles, and this is your foundation. Please keep practicing these twinkles until you truly feel comfortable and you feel that you have achieved some mastery. This is also a great time to use one of those Skype lessons if you want to make sure that you have this unit mastered before going on to the next unit. And even when you do go on to the next unit, I would encourage you to continue warming up with these twinkles. To finish our review, we also learned the notes on the staff, and we learned that our treble clef is for high notes that the violin uses, that our G string is represented by this very low note that has 2 ledger lines and a space, and then our D string is here just under the staff. The A string is here in the middle, and the E string is here on the top. So the notes on the G string are represented between these 2 notes, the notes on the D string between these 2 notes, the notes on the A string between these, and the notes on the E string above that E. And we also learned that we typically have 4 beats in a measure, with the quarter note getting the beat, that a half note gets 2 beats, so that would be 4 altogether. And we also learned that the whole note gets 4 beats, and it is that whole that this is half of and this is a quarter of. And we learned to subdivide our beat into 2 with 8th notes, now into 3 with triplets, and we also learned how to subdivide into 4 with 16th notes. So that is your basic approach to getting started with your violin. You know proper foundational technique. You've been introduced to the elements of pitch and rhythm. And in Unit 1, we will build on those and start to connect the playing with the reading more directly. We'll start to build on that foundational technique. So for instance, we'll start to learn to use slightly longer bows, gradually longer bows, and still be able to control it. We'll learn new finger patterns. So far, we've focused on this one, where we have a space between 1 and 2, and no space between 2 and 3. We'll be adding 4th finger and exploring the D string and the G string, as well as the A string and the E string.